You have an accent, so I'm assuming you'll be really fast, really quick, so it'll be fine. I don't know, man.
He doesn't have an accent. We're the ones that have the accent.
and if you want to really stir me up, you can say, was that a British accent, Tim?
Timothy, I'm glad you had a sense of humor about that, obviously. I was just messing around.
Mate, if you can't laugh at yourself, you shouldn't be laughing at other people.
No, true statement, sir.
Definitely some words of wisdom.
Alright, man. Just remember what our goals are for the day. It's important. Boss man, the pace car's off. You have yourself a great day. Green flag. Cautions out. Yeah, did my radio sound bad out there? We got a bit of a stickler here in the pits, guys. Let's make sure we're minding our music cues here. Pit road closed. Line up behind the pace car.
I legitimately just zigzagged between 4 trucks. I got super lucky there.
I managed to just go through, just got a little nudge as I went through, so I'm pretty happy about that.
Pit road is open.
I told you, man, it's the accent.
It is fun out there, because like, when I hear you guys talk, that's just normal to me. Yet when Marcus used to speak in the broadcasts, you'd hear the Australian accent come out. It's fun out.
I was going to say it sounds Australian, is that right?
Yep, way on down south. Tasmania and Western Australia are like the two redneck states.
One of my girlfriend's best friends is actually from New Zealand. She still lives over there. She just flew in a few months ago to stay with us, so. I can neither confirm nor deny.
Like I said to a guy once, a butcher down local shops, he had a woman there that he was serving one day with a tiny miniskirt on, and I said to him, you should have seen it from this side. And he said, why didn't you ask her out? And I said, nah, I'm not into one at a time.
Oh, I'm glad I jumped on when I did.
He's like, denied it, then tried it. I caught.
Closed.
Cash, grass, or ass.
I had a mate, actually, this is funny, he moved to Tasmania from Western Australia, which is completely the opposite side of the country, but he had a 57 Chev, and when he moved to Tasmania, he decided to want to work on another project, so he sold it. He started looking at other cars. We put it up for sale, started looking at other cars. He went to a house to have a look at a car, and the bloke's wife and daughter came out. He said, oh, will you take us for a ride? And he says, yeah, sure. So he took him for a ride, and then when he came back, the husband's like, so how'd you go? He's like, what do you mean? He goes, yeah, how'd you go? NRNR, mate. No route, no ride.
Yeah, that was mean, man. You speak American here.
The differences between Australian and American languages, like over here a shifter is something you adjust something on a car with. A boot is what we call the back end. I think he's called it a hood or a bonnet. I don't know whatever he's called it. But the other thing over here as well is tyres. Like over here we'll say, give me a full set of rubber.
Be smart about
Over in your country though, you pull in and say, give me a full set of rubber and I'll throw a box of condoms at you.
That's hilarious. We call it a trunk. The boot. You guys call it a boot. We call it a trunk. Yes, sir. One to go.
Rock and roll here, man. Good look at your switches there so you understand what you got. Pace cars off. Green flag. Caution. What do you think, bud? You think you're alright out there? Closed. Lining up behind the pace car.
Mellow yellow car for giving me some space there, mate. I appreciate it. That was good driving.
Yeah, sorry about that caution. The 17 was disappearing, and then he reappeared, and I was like halfway through his truck at that moment.
Yeah, I saw it happen. It was weird. And then it launched somebody in the air, whoever the yellow truck
The road
was.
is open.
Yeah, I think he was called out earlier for blinking, and all the way through the pace lap, he was definitely blinking pretty hardcore. But I was hoping once we started racing, it would slow down.
Hanging out in the back this race trying to get a little SR, and not working out too good for me. Yeah, I only do it like maybe once every 3 or 4 days, so it's not. It either works out or it doesn't. So I don't tend to get too upset with this kind of stuff.
Well, that was, again, Adam, that was good perception, mate. You gave me room to get around it as well, so thank you.
Tim, were you talking to me?
Yes, mate. Yeah, thank you. I had to go around someone and you could see it, you dropped down a little bit to give me room to come through, and I appreciate that. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, of course, man. Always try to give everybody room.
Yes, absolutely.
Very true, very true. Got a lot of race at myself.
Hey, Derek, I agree with you to a point. I believe that we all need to learn to be a little less abusive with our comments towards other people, but it shouldn't have happened to him what was done. It should have been, hey, that was wrong. Maybe you should try and not do that next time. Absolutely agree with you, Donald, because it does hurt some people when stuff like that gets said, but the reality is every culture will make comments about another culture, you know what I mean? Like they'll use a slang name for the culture or something like that. Everyone does it.
My whole take on it is, I mean, if you take out the, I don't know what the right word is, sides of it, but there's been similar incidents similar to that in the sport in the past, and the punishments have never been that harsh. That's kind of why I think that they should at least give him a chance to be reinstated at this point. I mean, he's got a lot. Maybe.
Pit road is closed.
Amen to that.
And that's the scary part, is that a socialist movement, and let's face it, the really bad part about all of our country's parliament systems is we're all run with the Westminster system, and we've got two parties being nasty to each other, putting shit on each other, creating hate to divide people so that they get a vote. When you've got your political parties creating hate and creating division, how can a country come together with unity?
I just don't think we should glorify cancel culture. I think it's a terrible thing. That's what it's really about. I mean, if everybody peels back the onion, I mean, that's what this is all really about.
Well, one to go. You should be starting on the inside.
And Kerrick, I did see what you said, mate, and I agree with you about the rap music.
True that. I don't even know how we got off on that tangent, to be honest.
Carl Larson.
That's right.
Alright, brother, start cleaning those tires up.
What was that?
How about pace cars off? Be ready. Ready. Green side. Outside. Still out there. Clear high.
Touch me, touch you.
Caution, caution. How is your forward drive there towards the end of that little run we just did? Pits are closed. Lining up behind the pace car.
I saw that one-man wreck, almost took me out.
The road is open.
Yeah, that's a good point too, man. 16, you gotta be careful, man. What was that?
If the old boy that hadn't shared it, it would have been a lot better.
So where is everybody from?
Maryland. Oregon.
To Western Australia.
Yeah, we know.
I like to. Looks like I'm paying attention.
Lucky dog come around the outside, looks like.
I think we should be behind at 5.
I'm not too sure on that. I think like that's one of the closest ones, like Midwest maybe is the closest to me.
Yeah, that could be. I'm from Ohio, so Donald, what part of PA? Oh, okay, right on.
Pigeon Forge, Tennessee.
How far is that from Mechanicsville or Mechanicsburg?
Hey, the guy that just said he was from Tennessee, what was the name of the town?
Pigeon Forge. That is such a cool name.
That's funny, my girlfriend and her family were just on vacation in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee a couple weeks ago.
Where's Gatlinburg?
Gatlinburg's in Tennessee.
You know a dude named Johnny Knox? Yep, I sure do. Do you guys know her name, Kevin Pastrana, the crusty demon?
Of course we know. Of course we know who Travis Pastrana is, man.
Do a film job with him where I had to stand underneath the jump and film him doing the
Close right
Superman
now.
jump and all his jumps
job,
going
20
directly
laps
over my
to go.
head. Yes, that is true, yep. And the best part about it is I used to get paid $380 an hour to operate a camera down at the speedway and stuff, like down there enjoying doing something I love and getting paid stupid money for it. No, this is at the Motorplex in Perth, West Australia. Tickets are like $28 for the night, but I used to film for Fox Sports.
Man, that's really cool, dude. Eric, I have been drunk at Bristol.
My dad and a few of his mates went up to Dick Trickle's farm one time,
I think you're on the inside.
and Dick brought out the moonshine, and one of the boys, Ian, decided, yeah, I'll give that a go, and threw back a, whatever you call it, shooter of moonshine. The guy couldn't breathe for the next minute.
I wouldn't imagine you do, man. That shit's battery acid.
That's some real moonshine from the mountains of North Georgia.
Anybody down there in the pits hear that? Yeah, we're working on it, Earl. We're trying to get Cody figured out. Stuff's messed up. Okay.
Is that right now or before?
Nice.
I'm working on it now, babe.
Green side. Outside. Still there. Clear.
Oh, hell yeah.
$17, you're completely disappearing and coming back, man.
17, you're blinking, man, everywhere.
You must be running on dial-up or something.
Well said, Eric. That was good.
Yellow's out. Can you see the pit side now, or is it get more acclimated to it, or is it still difficult?
My bad, guys. Sorry.
The road will be closed.
Thanks for
looks
calling
like
that
you've
out.
been lining up behind the 5.
Yeah,
Lining up
thanks for
behind
calling
the
it
pace car. Alright, looks like you're going to be lining up behind the 12.
No, I smashed the damn wall. That's my bad, guys. I apologize.
Lining up behind the pace car. Behind the 12.
16, I apologize for that. I couldn't tell what was going on there. Route 17 bouncing around with you.
Yeah, 17. I don't think we're trying to be dicks, man. You're just, I think you almost caused about 2 or 3 different wrecks there in 3 turns, so.
Lining up behind the pace car. Pit road will be open. 10-4.
No, that's totally my bad. I was just pushing pretty hard, and I just skimmed the wall, and when I did, it threw me down, and I lost control.
Just like Hoobastank.
I should have just let it go to the inside, you know, and not tried to save it and keep it up. That's where I messed up, trying to save it. So as we start getting ready for a restart of the race, going off of the front position is Donald Ding Dong Bell. Out of position 2, Matthew, who needs a middle name, Hughes. Position 3, Sterling Marlin Jack Hewitt. Out of position 4, Beth Badass Baldwin. I asked Beth, I said, Beth, why are you such a badass? And I was told I'm not a badass, I'm just a passionate educator. At which point he threw me to the ground and told me to get my facts right. Out of position 5, it's Christopher Cruisin Davidson, followed by Joshua God, give me some help, guidance.
The best.
You can call me Chris Dave.
7 on my standing, so... Out of position 7, it's Jeffrey, Kemper with a K, not a C. Out of position 8, Victor Menard. He actually had a, Maynard won the Brickyard race, didn't he? I should have used that.
Hey, wait a minute. I was talking to my wife when you did mine. 6th place. What was Joshua what? Gadina.
You know how to ring your bell, don't you?
I don't know, Donald. I don't think that's what I heard.
That's definitely not what I heard.
Good for you, man.
When I was 19, I had a piece of steel go through my eye, so I had to spend a week in hospital. And obviously being 19, I was in the adults hospital now, so I'm in the shower thing, and this old bloke turns around to me stark naked, and he goes, "Have a look at the size of this! When I die, they want to give this to someone else." I'm like, "No, I don't think I want to look."
Good for that guy.
No. No, that's it. I didn't turn around. I was like, no, I don't want to see this.
Nobody in the top 15, I don't think.
I come in and got a little damage spare done.
I'm in 13th and I pitted, but that's because I also had damage to the front of the car. Nice.
Well, I don't know what just happened to the A car, but it slammed on its brakes right in front of me and just disappeared. So I don't know if anybody else got involved in that behind me.
We managed to swing around, but yeah, I saw
Your
the
radio
sudden
actually
stop.
sounded really scratchy that last time you were talking to us. Maybe just kind of look down there real quick and double check your connection, check your helmet. You'll be lining up on the inside.
Well, I had to do it one time, but
Come
I
on now.
apologised to
Come
everyone.
on,
I said,
time
I've
to
got to
go,
go. Kids have just come into the house telling me there's a deadly snake in the backyard. So I designed a truck with snakes all over it.
That's awesome. I don't know what this guy would have been so mad about. He was in 9th place.
And so I get outside, and my 16-year-old son had already caught the dugite, which is an extremely venomous snake.
I better keep focused now. One lap at a time.
I can do that without being bitten by a snake.
Alright man, do your thing, be ready. Green flag, green flag.
Number 2, you're killing me, man.
Laps to go this time by. Outside, outside. Still outside. Outside clear.
Good race. Thanks for not hitting me when my wheel died on the pace lap.
Oh, you're the man. Good job.
Yeah, it was
Good
fun.
job.
And a
I'm proud of
comfortable
you,
race
buddy.
too, so that made it really good.
Yeah, good race, guys.
Thank you everyone, that was fun. And 8
Burn
parts, I
down!
understand I had my steering wheel go halfway through the race once and the car just turned right straight into the wall.
That was one of the more enjoyable
Boys, don't forget
and
to clean up
humorous
your
races
pit box.
I've been in. So
Victor,
thank
boys.
you, gentlemen.
So, I agree. Thanks, gentlemen. That was a blast.